the largest art exhibit in the city at the moment. More than 400 exhibitors are displaying fine pieces of art at Art Expo New York this weekend at Pier 94 on the west side. Joining me live in studio this morning is Rick Barnett, Managing Director of the Art Expo. Welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us, for people who've never been, what can they expect?
Well, it's the largest art exhibition trade show in the world, and it's once a year here in New York. 400 exhibitors, over 1,000 artists with original work from as many as 50 countries. So it really is the global representation of fine art.
And what kind of art? What can people see?
Oh, contemporary work, sculpture, live painting demonstrations, a cornucopia of work.
And speaking of live demonstrations, we have one of the artists who is part of Art Expo this year, Simon Bull, also in studio with us this morning. Welcome, Simon.
Hi.
And you, tell us what you're doing here in studio this morning.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to paint a couple of beautiful, colourful paintings for you. You know, I'm a painter, I'm a colourist. What I do is I bring colour to people's lives like a shot of caffeine in the morning.
Exactly. And you've been doing this since you were little, right?
I've been doing it 40 years this year, actually, professionally.
Professionally, wow. Yeah. So show us what you're doing.
Well, I've got for the display, I've got like a couple of canvases with my paint already on them. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to turn these two paintings, these two canvases, into you know, into a painting. So just get it done. Then it takes a few minutes for like a display, and get a little bit of water on the brush. So one of the things I'm, you know, well known for is my big floral paintings.
Yes, I was going to say.
Yeah. So they don't all happen as quickly as this.
I was going to say, how long do you typically work on one of your average paintings, which look gorgeous? They don't look average, but how long do you usually
Well, they take about 4 hours, I would say, for a typical painting. Yeah.
And what do you hope when people, and we have a couple other pieces of your work in studio too, what do you hope that people get out of looking at them? What's the feeling?
That's a really great question. What I'm trying to do as a painter is I blend colors. I describe myself as a chef for the retina. And so I bring a hit of emotion to the senses through the eye. So by blending colors, it's like how a chef would blend flavors, you know, in a meal.
A chef for the retina, that's wonderful. Yeah. And as you keep working on that, Rick, let me ask you, what do you hope that people get out of coming to the Art Expo? Why is art so important in this technology-crazed world today?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because the hopes that we have at Art Expo now, coming into our 40th year, is that art would be approachable for the young and the old, for all ages, and you'll get to see that at Art Expo. There will be the representational work of a Monet and a Renoir. That's there, work that's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then also new emerging artists whose work have been found by one of our scouts, perhaps in a country outside the United States, and suddenly a new form of art comes to the show that's exciting and new.
What advice do you have for someone who might be watching who has a passion for art in terms of pursuing it?
Well, it's interesting because there are educational clinics that go on all throughout the show, and people are able to go into the clinic and actually listen to panel experts in the industry in various segments of art talk about how art can be collected or how an artist can develop their career.
Wonderful. And getting back to you, Simon, over there, as you continue to work on your painting, I know you've created work for the Salt Lake City Olympics. You did a portrait of the President Obama for Muhammad Ali. What is your advice to fellow artists who might be wanting to do what you do?
That's a great question. When I first started my art career, if you like, when I was a kid, I decided two very basic things. One is that paint the best pictures I could possibly do, and the second was put them in front of as many people as possible. And if you do that, I think you're good to go.
And you can keep painting as you're talking.
Oh yeah, I'll paint. Absolutely. Well, I'm excited about this right now.
Yes, and are you almost finished?
Yeah. No, well, no, not really.
Not really. Okay, well, as you keep on going, thank you, Rick. I really appreciate you coming in. Simon, we'll get back to you at the end of the show, hopefully, and see the finished product. And can people buy art at Art Expo?
They can.
Okay.
The show is open today till 7 and tomorrow all day, and you can pick up artwork direct from the artist, direct from the publisher, direct from the gallery right at the show.
All right, Rick and Simon, thank you both so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And as you can see, it's till 7 and then tomorrow until 6 o'clock. And for more information, you can head to our website, cbsnewyork.com.